Let's make these viral, clean text animations right in DaVinci Resolve Fusion. Welcome to Sleeveless Studios. Alright, let's open our Text Plus up in Fusion. Let's type a word in, like, and comment. Make the font something blocky. If you've been here a while, you know I like blocky fonts. Alright, let's right click in the text box and hit follower. Go to the modifiers tab. Go to the transform tab, switch it to word. About frame 8, we're going to set a keyframe on offset. Go back to the beginning and just drag it down. For timing, 0.5 to start with. It's like our animation stops about frame 12. So let's go to frame 14. Go back in our transform tab, set a keyframe, and we'll go forward about 10 frames. Frame 24 or so. And we'll just drag up the Y. Alright, let's go in the spline. Zoom to fit. Select all the keyframes. I want to smooth everything out. In between these middle two keyframes though, we need them to be flat. Box select just these two and hit F. And I'll flatten it back out, so we should have up and out. Alright, let's mask our text. So grab a rectangle mask and hook it up into the mask input of the template. And this is going to hide our text when we don't want it to be seen. So we'll increase the width, drag down the height. Let's click off of that so we can get rid of those annoying green lines. Up and out. Perfect. Alright, select your template, right click, copy, paste, and we're going to merge this back into our dough tree. Now we're going to change the words on the second one. Let's just do subscribe. Now come into the keyframe panels. It's this one up here that says keyframe. And zoom to fit, open up the bottom one. And what we want to do is just offset all these keyframes. So box select all of them. And it's going to take a little finesse. Let's select them over. We want it coming in the frame probably just as comment leaves. So just keep dragging. Something like that. So still a little too soon, so keep going. Need some more here. You can actually probably take that back just a smidge. Awesome. Now we can close out the keyframes panel and hook our rectangle mask up to our new template. And we should have something just like that. All right, now copy the template 1, paste, merge that in. Let's change the text to something else. I go back in our keyframes panel, open up the template 1_1, box select your keyframes, and just move it over. Alright, close out the keyframe panel, hook up your rectangle mask. Let's actually change the color on this last text. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Let's check it out on the edit page. Sorry for interrupting, but if you're finding this content helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really goes a long way in helping push this content out to new people. Also, check out my brand new website, sleevelessstudios.inc. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and join my email list for special offers, my brand new editing workflow guide, and the DaVinci Resolve shortcut cheat sheet. Check the pinned comment down below for all my affiliate links. You can save 7% off a year subscription at audio.com with my link and code SAVE70. And now you can get the enhancer 10% off with my code Sleeveless at checkout. Back to the video. If you want to add a little extra touch to it, we can come in to this rectangle and bring down the height a whole bunch. Center it right on our text, and then we can up the soft edge a bit and lower the border. Let's bring that up so we can see what our rectangle mask looks like. Basically, I'm just trying to fade out the edges just ever so slightly. Alright, now let's see what it looks like on the edit page. I think that adds just a little extra touch. It almost makes it look like the words are on a cylinder and the cylinder is rotating. Kind of like slot machines. Alright, this text effect looks like it would be complicated, but it's actually super simple. So let's open it in Fusion. Let's get some words in here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Sure, we can make it a little bit bigger. Right click in the text box and hit follower. Modifiers, transform. Keep it on characters, and we're gonna mess with the Z offset. So let's say we want this animation to end around 50, because with the follower and the timing, it's not gonna end at 50. But we'll set a keyframe on Z, go back to the beginning, and drag the Z offset all the way down. Probably gonna have to type in a number, something like -1. And it does that weird thing, but if you drag it back a little, like we can go to -0.9, and something like that. Hit control and just keep dragging until it disappears. I need to adjust the way the text is. Let's do that. There we go. Now we can't see it. So that's what you have right now. But if we go into the timing, we'll set the delay to something like 0.3 and change the order into random but 1 by 1. This is what we get. All right, we got to up the delay, so let's try 1.8. Oh, it's way better. We'll probably make it a little bit faster. Let's try 1.2. And that already looks pretty good, but to get the blurring, let's go to shading under tab 1. We'll set a keyframe on softness, X and Y, and go back to the beginning. We need to crank our softness up a little bit more, so let's make it like 20. There we go. We can even go back into the transform, play with the offset, set a keyframe, go back to the beginning, make sure we're still in our follower. We'll just drag it up. Let's see what we got. There we go. Now they all fly in, unblur, and settle into position. All right, we can open this up in the spline, select our template, zoom to fit, select all the keyframes, and let's do something like in cubic. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. Let's watch it on the edit page. I actually think that XY offset needs to be different though. Let's get rid of softness, Z, and just have our displacement in the spline. And let's make this out cubic. Now it's cached. Pretty dynamic title. All right, let's jump into Fusion with this last one. Set up our text. Size it up here. Crank down the tracking. Get rid of the spline here. You can guess it, right click in the text box. Go to follower. Modifiers tab. Shading. Modifiers tab. Transform. Set keyframe about frame 15. And we're just going to drag it off screen. A little bit more. Let's do something like 0.4 for the timing. Let's also go to the shading tab, and about frame 17, we'll set a keyframe on opacity. Go at the beginning, drag it down. make sure we just have opacity selected in the spline, zoom to fit, and we'll smooth that one out. Let's see what we got. All right, pretty good. Now let's do the color change. Let's go into the shading tab. Under element 1, select gradient. Let's change it to line. Mapping angle, let's make that -90. And let's make this red. Let's set a keyframe on the shading gradient about frame 16. And let's come to frame 25. And we'll drag the white over here and make the red follow it. So what we should have is, all right, now we got this halftone when it's fading in. So what we're going to do is change the mapping aspect. I'm going to raise it up. Now we should have white, red. Spline, zoom to fit everything. And let's change this to something fast. Control, stretch out your keyframes. There we go. Let's check it out on the edit page.